Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Tiffany, and today's video is not going to be a makeup video or none of that. It's not going to be a review video or none of that. It's going to be an update about me postpartum. Now, if you're interested in seeing, how I healed up, how everything went, blah 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 blah, then make sure you stay tuned for the video. But before we get into that, if you aren't already subscribed, then make sure you hit the subscribe button and just stay tuned for the video. Okay, so this week, Monday, made it 6 weeks postpartum for me, and first and foremost, it's been a long 6 weeks. Now, the first 3 weeks was like hell, but it's been a long 6 weeks. Now, if y'all didn't know, I did end up getting a C-section, and I did end up having the baby on May 28th, and that was a lot. So if you didn't see my labor and delivery story time, then I'll make sure I link that video somewhere, either in the cards, I think they'll be up here, or down in the description box. But healing from a C-section is no joke. So if ever anybody tries to play anybody that had a C-section, if I'm around, I'm gonna be that person. Don't come for us unless we send for you, because that shit is rough. Okay, let me be the first person to say that it is rough. Now, I got discharged from the hospital. I had him on a Monday. I got discharged from the hospital we got discharged that Thursday. And when I tell you, once the numbness started wearing off and all that, it was so much. Like, you just don't even, I don't even think you can fathom, because I couldn't even fathom how crappy it felt to even just stand up when I first got home. Like, I couldn't even really stand up. Like, I would have to like hunch over. Like, it hurt. It felt like my incision was ripping apart when I would try to stand straight up. At least if I tried to stand straight up too fast. So that's number one. That was a lot. And since I'm so used to doing a lot of stuff for myself, it was hard coming home. Like, when I first got home, I had to crawl up the stairs, because our bedrooms are upstairs, his nursery's upstairs, and our recording room is upstairs. So any which way, I was gonna have to get upstairs eventually. So when I got home, I was like, I might as well just situate myself up here now instead of, doing too much. So we left the hospital. I came back here, dropped the baby off back here with my mom and my dad, because I had to go get my breast pump. So I ended up going to get the breast pump. When I tell you, like, I could walk, but it didn't feel good. So I had to run to get the breast pump, and we took the elevator when we got there, because it was upstairs. But it was just, I was walking so slow, because I could only move so fast, because if I moved too fast, I didn't want to tear the incision. I didn't want to hurt myself or overexert myself, because I couldn't do much. Like, then I had an appointment that same day, because my blood pressure was still really high when I ended up like getting discharged. So they made an appointment for me to come back the day after I was supposed to get discharged. So I got discharged that Wednesday. I slept overnight with him, because he didn't get discharged until that Thursday morning. But my blood pressure was still up, so they made an appointment for me to go get my blood pressure checked. And I literally got all the way upstairs in the hospital. It's on the 4th floor. I got all the way upstairs to the clinic, and then like, once I got to the clinic, it was like, it took me so long to walk there for first and foremost. And then I finally got there and like got to like check in. They ended up giving me a wheelchair, because I couldn't really walk any further than that. And then when I got in, they wheeled me to, get my weight checked, and they wheeled me into the room where I was getting my appointment and getting seen. And then they wheeled me back out to the car. My husband wheeled me back out to the car. So it was just, all in all, it was a lot. I'm good. But so it was a lot. I couldn't do much. So when I finally did get home and I left from the hospital for my appointment, I had to crawl the stairs. It's not like a bazillion stairs, but it's enough stairs that it was just like, God, this is so much. So once I got like situated in bed, I ended up taking a nap, because I was so tired. I really didn't sleep the whole time I was in the hospital. Like, not well anyway, because he was up breastfeeding like clockwork. He was cluster feeding, so I want to say he woke up maybe every 30 to 45 minutes. So he was like catnapping and then waking back up to breastfeed, which was fine, but it was tiring and I was tired and I was in pain. Like, oh, let me backtrack. I took a shower in the hospital and that was a lot. I couldn't even like shower by myself. My husband had to stay in the bathroom with me to make sure like I didn't fall over, or if I needed help like grabbing onto something, he could grab onto it for me, because it was just a lot. So once we finally got home, this is when I really felt bad. Like in the hospital, it was like, okay, yeah, you're in the hospital, so they're gonna like, you're gonna have nurses and all that coming in here checking on you, you know, giving you medicine and all that. But when I like ended up coming home, I felt so bad because I couldn't really do much. Like, so if he was up crying and he was in his bassinet, or if he was up crying and he was in his playpen, or if he was, you know, somewhere that wasn't initially like in my like general reach, I couldn't really do much, because getting up to get him was just, it was so strenuous on my body. And it was just like, I felt so defeated, and I felt so like I wasn't really experiencing, you know, the joy of being home with my baby, because I couldn't do nothing. And I felt bad because a lot of stuff had to get pushed on to my husband. I mean, which I don't know if he minded. He probably didn't mind, because I mean, of course it's his baby too. So he's like, okay, well, this is time for me, you know, to spend time with him. But I felt bad because I couldn't really do much. And so everything, mostly everything, had to get pushed on him, aside from when he needed to be breastfed and all of that. But it was a lot. I want to say one time I got stuck in front of the closet because I was walking too much. And once I got to the closet, I just had to stop, because anytime I would move my leg to walk, it just felt like I was stretching my incision out and I was going to tear it. And I was so terrified to tear my incision. Like, I know that's probably not something good to just be thinking about all the time, like the whole time you're, you know, trying to recover is you tearing your thing. But all I could think about was, God, I hope I don't tear this. God, I hope I don't tear this. God, I hope I don't tear this. Like, it was just a lot, to say the least. It was a lot. And I want to say up until 2 weeks after I had him, 2.5 weeks after I had him, was when I really started feeling like myself again. Like I could walk, you know, go places. The worst part, okay, so when I got home, so we got home on Thursday. The next Wednesday, I went to get my nails done. I know that sounds so bad, because y'all, like, you just said that you couldn't do nothing. But I went to get my nails done. I know. I needed them done. You don't yell at me, y'all. I need them done. So I went to get my nails done. And I came home and I regretted it as soon as I got home. Like, anytime I would try to do too much, too fast, I would regret it. Like, God damn, this was a mistake. This was a mistake. But I want to say after like the 3rd week of being home, and you know, both of us being home, I got better. But it was just like, don't move too fast, don't sit too fast, don't squat too fast, don't kneel too fast, don't lean over too fast, don't lean back too fast. It was like I couldn't do nothing really, and I just felt so restrained because I couldn't do much for myself, and I hated that. I'm so independent. Like, I need to do stuff for myself. It like kills me to not be able to do stuff for myself, and I could not do a lot for myself. Like, I could barely change my child by myself. That's how bad I was when I first got home. So once I finally started feeling better, it was like a sigh of relief that I could just, I can get him, I can change him, I can go get him a bottle, you know, I could bathe him, I could do all types of stuff. It was so much better, because I just felt it was exhausting not being able to do nothing for myself. But luckily my husband was so good to me, and around week 3, like I said, I felt a lot better. But it was rough. And if you cannot get a C-section, like if you have an option to get a C-section or do a natural birth, I would personally recommend doing a natural birth, because I wanted to do a natural birth. I just medically could not do a natural birth this time around. The next time around, I would really like to do a natural birth. I hope and I pray that I can, because I really want to. But if you can avoid getting a C-section, I would avoid it, because just the recovery time is rough. Like, I'm not saying the recovery time from a vaginal birth isn't rough. I'm just saying you being scared to rip your stomach open is a tad bit terrifying, and I just don't want to have that weight over my head again. Like, okay, so you could walk too fast, fall over, and your belly could bust open. Like, that was too much for me. Like, I don't know how it would be for y'all, but for me, that was just too much. And if I was y'all and I had a choice, if I have a choice next time, I don't want to get a C-section, because no sir, no ma'am. no sooner, ma'am. I would just prefer not to. But I mean, all in all, I had a really good newborn, so it wasn't too bad. He didn't, you know, like overly cry or, you know, have like temper tantrums, baby temper tantrums. He didn't have those often, really, at all. So that was good. So I didn't have to worry about, you know, him having a mental breakdown at a week old and me having to run to him, because he was, for the most part, pretty calm. And like I said, my husband was a godsend, and he took care of him when he knew I couldn't. He took care of me when he knew I couldn't take care of myself. He helped me in and out of the shower. You know, if need be, he helped me up and down the stairs. He cooked, and my husband doesn't cook. I'm sure he was glad when I could finally walk up and down the steps myself and go cook, because he don't cook. And I don't really want him to cook either, unless he like goes to get some cooking class or something. He's fine in my book not going to cook. Okay, let's just say that. But I mean, that's really all that I have for this video. I just wanted to give y'all like just a quick like not really a play-by-play, but just like a insight on how the initial healing was from a C-section. I am 6 weeks postpartum. That's what this video is about, and I do feel 100% like myself again. You know, sometimes if I would stretch a little too hard, like I'm leaning across the bed to get something, it will hurt a little bit, be uncomfortable. My incision itches a lot, like on and off here and there. The doctor said that's completely normal, but all in all, I feel like myself again. Thank God, because that was rough. It was really rough. But I mean, I made it through. You know, you'll make it through. If you're wondering, you know, how long it'll be before you feel like yourself again, or you are able to do certain things again. If you're watching this just because you're curious, it's not terribly long, but I would recommend that you don't, you know, overexert yourself before you're ready. Like, don't push yourself to do something that you know physically you're not able to do at that moment, even if you were able to do it when you were 9 months pregnant. Because I felt like that. I felt like, oh, well, I could do this when I was pregnant. I'm good now. But literally, the stipulations on you can't carry, what, 25 pounds? When you're pregnant, over 25 pounds, you can't carry over 20 pounds after you get a C-section, because, I mean, it's surgery. So, but you will feel better. I mean, that's really what I wanted to know while I was feeling like crap, was that I would feel better, and when I would feel better, how long it would take me to start feeling better. But don't worry, you will feel better. You will get through it, I promise. Just keep your head up. Don't be sad because you can't help out with the baby as much as you want to, because I'm sure after you can, you will help out with the baby, and your boo will make sure you helping out with that baby, okay? Because that's Aiden's attached to my hip, all right? He's attached to my hip now. I felt bad the first 2 weeks. He's attached to my hip, and that boy will not let me be great. Okay, he won't let me live. He sleep right now. If y'all, it's quiet because he sleep right now, right? Y'all knew he wasn't in here. He would have been hearing, So he ain't in here. He's sleeping. But thank you so much for watching, and let me know any questions you have down below. That since this was really just a flyby and like a passing of, you know, how I felt when I came home from the hospital. So let me know down below if you have any specific questions that I did not answer for you in this video. Let me know if you are feeling okay after your C-section. You know, let me know any more update videos you would like on me or the baby. Because I think I'll be doing a 2-month update video for him. He'll be 2 months in 2 weeks. So, just let me know down below, and make sure you give this video a thumbs up. And as always, I'm your girl Tiffany. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you on my next one.